Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to download VirtualBox, like I've told you. VirtualBox download. You can click on the first link. Then I'm downloading for Windows, so you download this Windows host. It's been downloaded. Then I'll download the extension pack. The extension pack will make VirtualBox function very well, optimally. So VirtualBox extension pack. Okay, this is the extension pack. So I'll click for all. Now VirtualBox has downloaded. Now to download the Kali Linux, you just click on 2024 Kali download. Then if you go to get, you will see for virtual machines. If you want to download the iOS, you can do that by just scrolling down. So this is the iOS. iOS installation process is different from the virtual machine process. So because this one, we have VMware, we have 𝐼PAVISO for Windows, and we have VirtualBox. So this one is tailored to each virtual 𝐼PAVISO you are downloading. So, but the iOS, you can install it on any of the virtual environments. So now we are downloading for VirtualBox. So you just select VirtualBox here. It will start downloading. I've already, okay, this is for VMware. This is for VirtualBox. This is for 𝐼PAVISO, and this is for 𝐘EMO. Now, like I have told you before, I've already downloaded this one. So I'll allow you to just see the process. No need for me to download again. Then the last download we want to do, which is Windows 10 or Windows 11. So what we want to do is to just go to Google, just type Windows evaluation system or evaluation iOS. Then you will see Windows 10 Enterprise. So you download the Enterprise, not the older one. There are different type of version of Windows. The Enterprise will enable us to have free access. You can see get started for free. Otherwise, you need to make some payments. So just click on download. Now you need to fill up all these things. You can fill blah blah blah. There's no problem. But let me just fill it for filling sake. Put company, any company, blah blah blah. Company size, anything. You can just put anything. Job title, blah blah blah. Question, blah blah blah. So that it just takes it, download it once. Not much there. So what edition is it? Are you downloading for are you downloading 32 bytes or 64 bytes? So we are downloading 64 bytes. Okay, for Great Britain. So it's downloading. Meanwhile, while that is downloading, I'll quickly go install the VirtualBox. Now I'll go to my download. I will run this VirtualBox. Yes. Install. So VirtualBox is installing. Finish installing. Now VirtualBox already installed. So I told you I already have Kali installed on my system, and I have Ubuntu. To download Ubuntu, all you need to do is to follow the same process. And while my Windows 10 is downloading, just go to Google, just click download latest Ubuntu. the desktop version. Accept all. Ubuntu desktop. Yeah, it is. This is 2022. I want 2023. Yeah, it is. Download. Download now. No need to subscribe. Then let me go and install. How many VM I have here? I have Ubuntu already. I don't need to download it again. Let me just cancel this Ubuntu. Cancel. I have it already. All I need is the Windows because I deleted mine because of this walkthrough. I have 𝐶𝐿E, the iOS, and I also have 𝐶𝐿E, the one for VirtualBox. I think it's VDI-FI. Let me extract. So I will install. Since my Ubuntu is in iOS 5, let my 𝐶𝐿E be on VDI. Then I will install 𝐶𝐿E using the different method for VirtualBox and install the different method also for iOS. It's saying error. That's because it has been processed already. It's been processed. Here it is. You can see that this file is quite different from the other file. So this is a VDI file, while the other 𝐶𝐿E is iOS. Do you see? So let me install 𝐶𝐿E first. I'll go to, so if you are installing VDI, you use hard, but if you are installing iOS, you use new. So I'll go to hard, go and pick it up from here. So it has been added. Now I'll do some configurations before I kickstart it. I'll go to bidirectional. So the good thing about downloading specifics, like you're downloading for VirtualBox or VMware or for Hyper-V or 𝐘𝐒, is that it has been configured already. So you just add it straightforward. Don't need to do much. So what we need to do is to ensure that the network we are picking for each virtual machine we are installing, because they need to communicate in the same network. So here we are choosing NAT network. So NAT is called network address translation. NAT does two things. NAT help an organization to conserve IP address and also to protect IP address, because local network wants to communicate to the internet, that is so outside network. NAT will, instead of all the IP address to be exposed to the internet, so NAT will help to translate it, maybe like changing IP address, like switching IP address, so that the entire IP address of the company will not be exposed to the internet. That is for security reasons and also to conserve IP address, because IP address, IP version 4 ran out, so that's why we have IPv6. So because of NAT, so IPv6 is not being used as it ought to be used, because NAT is doing a lot of the job and sparing IP addresses. Okay, so we have chosen NAT network. We'll check the display. The display is already configured already, so we just do and start it. So while it is being run, it's starting, I'll go and install Ubuntu. I'll use this one as just put Ubuntu. Then go and pick up the file. There you go. Now it says keep unattended installation. Next, I'll give it a RAM and CPU. Give it a CPU 2, RAM give it 4 gig RAM. Next, I'll give it a memory size. I'll give it up to 100 size. Then I'll finish. So what I want to do is to configure it now. You see that the configuration process for this one now, this iOS will be quite different because I have to configure it myself. This one is disabled, so I'll go and put it on bi-directional. I'll check the display. I will increase the display. Then the network, I will choose NAT network. Then what else again? I'll OK it. Then I will kickstart it. Okay, so still on configuration. We need to configure the Ubuntu. Select English. Next, install Ubuntu. Next, keyboard US. Next, use wired connection. Next, update version, skip. Default installation. This computer currently has no detector, but just array, just next, ready to install. Then install region as it is. Okay, your name, Frank. Then your computer name. I'll put victim. Then username, I will use computer name will be cyberfortress. Username will be victim. Password, just use a simple password. Any password of your choice. Then I will next. I like black background. Black is my favorite color anyway. Now it's installing. This process is going to take a while. While this is doing, I'm just going to go to the next agenda. Let me add the Windows 10 that it has finished downloading. Yes, it's downloaded. So I'm just gonna add the Windows 10. I'll do Windows 10. I'll pick up the iOS. There you go, Enterprise. Next, Windows 10. Domain name. Let's put victim. Underscore victim dash Windows 10. Guest additions. Then leave this like this. Host name, domain name. Next, give it RAM. Let me give it 4 gig RAM. Then I'll give it CPU. Give it 2 gig. 2 gig is okay. Then the memory, leave that 100. Next, finish. So what I want to do is to do the settings, make it bi-directional. So bi-directional will make it to be able to configure from the home network, as in from the host computer to the virtual machine and vice versa. Otherwise, I won't be able to do copy and paste. So that's the essence of bidirectional. The machine settings should change while you load. Keep changes. Display is already high. Network, I'll choose network. Don't forget, every machine has to be in the same network so that they can communicate. And I think that is okay. Now, power on. All right, so let me begin the installation of Windows configuration. Language, I will leave it in the United States, Kingdom, time and currency format, UK. Keyboard, I want to leave it in the US. If I leave it in the UK, it will be, my keyboard will be the configuration, will be the formatting pattern will change. Install. So while this is installing, I want to check my �𝐂. Okay, next. So, but yeah, leave all files in one partition. That is okay. Finish cautioning and write changes to disk. Continue. I'll write changes to disk. If yes, continue. I'll go accept the license agreement for the Windows. I want to install manually. Yeah, so now I want to, what I will do here, I will click on new. I will say apply. Okay. It has partitioned the drive for the Windows as well. Next. So Windows is installing. Let me see, my 𝐶𝐿 is still installing. Ubuntu is finished. I will sign in. So here you go. Ubuntu is ready. I have my terminal. Based on my configuration, the name of my file, my user is victim. The computer name is cyberfortress. That is what I want. 𝐶𝐿 is going. Let me see, Windows is installing. So while that is happening, I will increase the font size, and window is here. So we're just going to continue the configuration of Windows. So region, United Kingdom. The region is United Kingdom. All right, region, United Kingdom. Do you want to have a second keyboard layout? Skip. 𝐶𝐿 is still unpacking. Lots of tools in 𝐶𝐿, so I know you're gonna take a while to unpack. Now, this is a very tricky part of this Windows operating system, Windows 10 precisely, or Windows 11. If you want to install free Windows and you are installing the enterprise, it will give you an option to install it through. You need to create an account, and with that you have to have a key. You can see sign in with a security key. So if you don't have an account with a security key, that is the purchase version, you won't be able to go further from here. So but what we will do, we will now do join domain join instead. That is to say, we are telling Windows that we want to join into a domain controller. So in another video that I will do later on, you see how we'll link, we'll configure domain controller. Let's just say having an Active Directory, how to use Active Directory, how to configure Active Directory, installation, configuration, and how to attach other. This is pure administrative work, adding other users, other computers to domain controller, because the domain controller controls every other system in the organization. So this is a thumbs up video that you don't want to base later on when that will come up. So I will now say domain join instead. That is to skip the necessary key aspects. So put the name, Apple Cyber Fortress. Cyber Fortress. Password, blah, blah, blah. Any password that of your choice. Confirm password, blah, blah, blah. Now, security question, just pick anything of your choice. I'll just put, what was the first pet's name? What was your childhood nickname? Okay, that's fly. Just put F. Second one, I'll put F. Third one, city, just put FF. That's just so. This is not unofficial stuff. Okay, let Microsoft and apps use the location no. Find my location no. So all these things you just know them. Send diagonal letter to Microsoft. Excuse me. There's supposed to be an option here to say no. Okay. Accept. No. 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 Not now. Kali say unpacking the enormous amount of tools that is in Kali. You could see unpacking this, unpacking that, unpacking lots of tools in Kali. Kali is the height of ethical hacking, so you don't joke with Kali. Now this might take several minutes. Don't turn off your PC. So because it's going to take several minutes, I'm going to pause again and come back to avoid the video to be too much lengthy. Alright, so while Kali is still unpacking, Windows is here. We already have Windows. You could see what is written at the bottom down. He's saying Windows 10 Enterprise Evaluation, Windows license valid for 90 days, build, blah, blah, blah. This 90 days, which will exceed 90 days, it just to ginger you to get the paid version, but it will pass 90 days. I can assure you that. Even though if it doesn't pass 90 days, you can reinstall it because you have the iOS file. So what now? You can see the image. The display is quite small. So I go to devices, insert guest additions, CD image. So So I go to the file to go and pick up the guest addition CD image. Here is the guest addition CD image. I will double click. Now I need to run this guest addition CD image. Oh, this is not the file to run. I'll run this one. Visual Boss Windows guest additions. I'll double click. I'll say yes. Next. Install. So by the time it finishes installing, it means that it will make the display to be the appropriate size, because it is not the appropriate. That's why, like when we're installing VirtualBox, we had to install the extension pack. So the extension pack is to enable it to function optimally. So this guest addition CD image is also to enable Windows operating system in the virtual environment to function optimally. Reboot now. So by the time it reboots, it will now begin to function optimally. Okay, 𝐶𝐿 is almost there. So while we wait for the guest addition and the restart of our Windows, let's see. So Windows is restarted and it's asking us for password. Remember, I added the username, the computer name which is cyberfortress, as you can see, then password, blah blah blah. By the time it reboots, definitely we'll have a larger screen instead of this mini screen, mini display. Then now you can see that the display is still mini, but by the time I do minimize and maximize, then it will occupy everywhere. So this is what we want. Okay, this is the Ubuntu. So this is what we want. So we have our Windows 10 operating system installed. We have our Ubuntu installed. So we are waiting for 𝐶𝐿. 𝐶𝐿 is almost there. Why is almost there? I will pause and be back. Select and install. So I'll pause and be back. Let's allow you to finish its installation process. So it's asking me to install the GRUB bootloader to my primary drive. I will say install, enter manually. Let me choose this one. Finishing the installation. So what this means is that by the time we finish installing 𝐶𝐿, we'll have 3 virtual machines that we can walk around with. If you like, you can install more than 3, but with 3 virtual machines, you are good to go. We have an Ubuntu, which is a Linux distribution, and we have a 𝐶𝐿, which is also a Linux distribution, and we have a Windows machine, which is the Windows can call it distribution or operating system. So it means that we have 3 computers. So in these 3 computers, they are both in the same network. So we could now do some attacking and defending, So that's the essence of this lab setup. So I believe at the end of the day, you understand, you have a full grasp of what cybersecurity is about, because this is all it takes to understand a full grasp of what cybersecurity is all about. When I was doing my 𝐶𝐻, I never had this opportunity. If I have had this opportunity when I was doing my Computer Security Plus and my 𝐶𝐻 to grasp this lab setup at that early stage, I would have gone further than this. But because I needed to do further research on how to set up on my own personal it's not by my certifications or by my university degree, because I studied information technology with cybersecurity in Robert University. So we're not taught on how to do all this. You could just imagine I spent a lot of money, thousands of pounds, over £15,000 to study MSc in information technology with cybersecurity, but I was not taught this. I also spent a lot of money to be certified as an ethical hacker. I was not given this privilege, and I also did Computer Security Plus. I was not given this privilege, so I'm giving you this for free. You could understand what I mean by having a home cybersecurity home lab setup. So it will hasten, it will give you it will facilitate your cybersecurity learning. So we are here. Continue. So we have Kali Linux. That is good. That is what we want. Now you have to take note, this is the latest Kali 2024 that came out just a week ago. So it's lovely to have such a new updated, you can see the name attacker, which I named it. So the password, minimize and enlarge, because it's the latest Kali. Because it's the latest Kali, I do not need to go to devices and install or install additions, because they've already done all those configurations. Now we have 3 virtual machines. So what do we do now? The first thing I want to do is to check the IP addresses of our machines. For Kali, I'll start with Kali, which is our attacker. I'll just open terminal. I don't like the display. I want to change the display. I'll click on the screen. I'll right click on the screen, go to background. I want to pick I'll just pick this screen. Now I'll go to terminal, enlarge, increase the font size, then I'll do IP-A. So the IP address of this Kali is 10.0.2.23. Now let me check the IP address of my Ubuntu. I have to log in again. Then I'll do IP-A. The IP address of my Ubuntu is 10.0.2.20. Check for the Windows. I'll open CMD. Just click on CMD. This is CMD. Okay, so why CMD is trying to pop up? Let me just open. Now from my Kali, I want to ping, say ping to know if they are really communicating. If not, that means there's a problem. They're not in the same network. I'll do 10.0.2.20. So they are communicating. That's why you are hearing. I just cancel this. You are saying pinging from 10.0.2.20. Now I pinged from 10.0.2.23. Then it's responding 10.0.2.20.